Hello, guys. Today I have Manali Sand. We are in the topic of wellness dimension, and she's gonna tell us about financial literacy. I'm gonna allow her to introduce herself and tell us everything we need to know, okay?
Thank you, dear, for inviting me for your podcast. So basically, I'm Manali Sant, and I'm licensed financial professional, also part of National Financial Literacy Campaign, where our mission is to educate 30 million families by 2030, so that no family is left behind. And with this mission, we have so far educated more than 3 million families across US, Canada, with the different workshops that includes like asset accumulation, wealth protection, retirement planning, and different workshops when it comes to families. The
Great.
main purpose behind what we do is because we wanted to make sure that no family is left behind and we can educate each and every person who wants to learn for themselves without having to worry about whether they have to pay something for that, or they have to constraints because of financial crisis or something like that. They still can get right advice,
Yes.
and right workshops can help them to become the right financial advisors for themselves, basically.
Okay, awesome. So I want us to talk about financial literacy. Why is it important for us to know about it?
So, because what happens is most of the time people learn about finance either from social media or from their friends and family. That may not be right for them, right? So, most of the time you will find a lot of people doing GoFundMe campaigns, even to buy, different, like if something happens to the breadwinner of the family, they buy, do GoFundMe to even fund their day-to-day expenses. So there
Yes.
are so many things that happens, but people are not aware of, and that's why it is very important to learn and execute those things. Because there are people, like, just 2 to 3 weeks back there was a very viral post on Instagram and everywhere in the news also it came, that there was a couple 80 plus years old and still doing Uber and skip the dish, and people crowdfunded the retirement corpus. And this was not about that one family, there were multiple of them.
Okay.
So, if they had financial literacy, at least they could have executed things and they could have made a difference in their life. And
Right.
maybe their life would have been different with the financial education and
Okay.
executing that education.
So you say, would you say that financial literacy and the education of finances could affect our life overall and our wellness?
Yeah, because end of the day doesn't matter what profession you are from, you will still bring money home, right?
Correct.
Doctors, lawyers, whichever profession you belong to. End of the day, you will bring money home. But if you don't know how to manage it, every single person you will see, as long as they know how to manage their money works for them.
Right.
Instead of people, normally, if you see, if they don't know how money works, they will work for money throughout their life. Right? So
Yes.
that's why it is very important to learn the concept of finance and how personal finance affects our lives.
So what do you think is the most important factor to finances? Would you think it's saving or budgeting?
So basically, when we talk about finance, it is very important to have proper holistic approach to our finance to build the financial foundation step by step. And in that first comes it is proper protection. Because think about it, a lot of families may do investments, may have some emergency funds, or may have some credit cards or something. So sometimes everything is spread out for them, right? And investments is always for future.
Yes.
Whereas when we talk about protection, every time if you see it is for uncertain event. But funny enough, all those events are certainly going to happen, right?
Yes.
But we just don't know when it will happen. So it is very important to have proper protection
Okay.
depending on client scenarios. But that is the first thing I believe they should be concerned about.
Awesome. Now, do you think there's a difference in education and money management according to your gender?
Yes, a lot. Because a lot of time in many families, what happens is, uh, spouse is, let's say husband is the breadwinner and he'll be taking care of the finances of the home. And women normally they don't look at what is happening in their financial situations. Right?
Right.
This happened with me as well. Like my mother, when my father expired, she was not aware about so many things that were going on with our finances. But
Yeah.
when he was no more, everything changed, right? She had to know about couple of things. So that's why it is very important for women specifically that they should be aware about financial education so that they are curious about the questions they need to ask. Or
So,
else even if the husband wants to tell them, they will be, even if husband wants to tell them, they may not be interested in the topic. But if they are at least have financial education, they will ask and be curious about it.
so you believe that being educated on finances could help also be more independent when it comes to money as well.
Yes, true. Because if you are financially independent, what does that mean? End of the day, you are taking care of your finances properly. You know where to do and what to do with your money.
Yeah.
And you are executing the things that you learned from the workshops, right? So that's why if you learn specifically women, this is very important for them because they normally don't, they normally are not that interested in the financial part of the family. So for them, if they learn this, at least they will be financially independent and will be having that peace of mind that I know what is going in my household. So they will be
Awesome.
having that peace of mind. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it will be good just to, be aware. Now, just for the sake of our audience, can you just tell us a bit about how long you've been in finance and what kind of services you offer and your background?
So basically, I'm into financial industry for last 10 plus years. Back home, I used to be even, I did my specialization in banking insurance. I did my MBA. I'm also a CFP that is Certified Financial Planner back home. I'm
Okay.
CSC, that is Canadian Securities Course Holder, as well as Life License Qualified Professional. And after coming to Canada, it's been like 3 plus years that I'm part of this campaign. And I have educated more than 1,300 plus families so far
Amazing.
with the free financial education workshops and doing campaigning across Ontario region here and different parts of. I also connect people who are in different parts of North America with the professionals. So that way also I am helping people, even though I cannot do it, I help them connect with someone who
Awesome.
can at least do it for them. So
Okay, I think it's great what you're doing. You're taking your own time to educate other people for free, and that's awesome. I want to thank you for being here today and educating my audience, and I hope that we can talk soon.
yes, sure. Would love to be part of again connecting with you and discussing further about a lot of different things. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, same here.